What's good, YouTube? Akil here, back with another video, and today I'm gonna switch things up, just do something a little different. I usually always give you guys some hints and tips more from like a professional experience because I've been a professional reseller for the past few years, but now I'm starting to get into more wholesale and liquidation pallets only because I kind of see a shift in the market and I really just want to stay on top of things. So I'm just gonna give you guys some tips based on my experience so far in terms of the wholesale game. I've been getting way more no's than yeses lately, but I still think just giving you guys some of these tips could definitely help you guys along your journey, especially if you're brand new to wholesaling and getting into pallets and stuff like that like myself. So if you guys are interested in this type of content, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, let's get into it. Also, really quickly, just wanted to remind you guys I'm going to be going live today, Thursday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if you guys are interested in joining the live show, make sure you guys stay tuned for that. There's where I'll be answering any reseller or entrepreneur questions that you guys may have, so definitely stay tuned for that later on today. Alright, y'all, so first up, and this is something that I've been coming across very often just during my wholesale and like liquidation journey, you definitely want to only purchase items that have a manifest. Now, the manifest is basically a complete breakdown of everything that's going to be within that pallet or that box or just that wholesale order. You'll be able to see every item that you're getting. Usually you'll get the quantity and the manufacturer's suggested price, and that's basically just the retail price. And basically, resellers usually never sell items based on the retail price. We might sell it maybe 20, 30, maybe as much as like 75% off of the retail price, but it just kind of gives you a good roundabout in terms of the overall value of the box. And lately what I've been coming across is just a lot of people that are selling these wholesale pallets or liquidation pallets, usually from Walmart or Target or even Amazon returns. Basically what they'll do is just go through the entire pallet, take out all of the good stuff, and then try to resell whatever's left over. And it's usually might be maybe a couple things that could get you some money, but for the most part it's completely junk. So you definitely just want to make sure that you're only purchasing items that you know exactly what you're going to get. Sometimes based on the condition it might be kind of tough, especially when it's returns. It might still be a toss-up, but at the end of the day you'll at least know what the item is, and it can kind of give you a roundabout price in terms of if you have to price it for parts or if you're going to price it brand new. Now, another thing that I've been running into as well is just the fact that you're going to have to pay to play. And this is something that I've always been saying, especially since I shifted from mainly doing a lot of thrift store shopping to more retail arbitrage. Basically, at the end of the day, you have to spend more money to make more money. And for me, I've been running into a lot of pallets that are super expensive, especially the ones that are manifested and have quality items. A lot of those pallets are super expensive. So the tough part is just trying to, just kind of balance your finances. For me, what I'm really just trying to view it as is just me trying to buy back my time, because I'm one of those resellers, like you guys can see on the shirt, consistency. I go to these thrift stores and I go to these different retail arbitrage places. I try to source every single day, at least go to one store, especially since I live so close to a lot of these stores like Ross and Marshalls. I'm usually in there just about every single day. For me, it essentially just means that I'm going to be buying back my time. I'll just be buying a bunch of stuff and it'll be coming to the house, and instead of running around to different stores and spending a lot of money on gas, I'll be using that same money and putting it into the inventory that I can list periodically throughout the week. And like I said before, it'll basically just be me buying back my time. So even though a lot of the pallets I'm coming across are kind of expensive, I'm definitely still going to make some purchases and kind of do some unboxings and share those stuff with you guys, just so you guys can kind of see what the game is all about. Because honestly, what I usually used to do would wait until more experience and basically a professional in it and then present it, but I kind of just want to switch things up, kind of share the journey with you guys. And these are just some tips that I'm coming across, and hopefully it will help at least a couple people out there watching. And the last tip I got for you guys today, and this is something I've been experiencing very often, especially more on the wholesale side of things, especially if you're dealing with brand new items. A lot of these brands, they require you to have a brick and mortar location. Basically, they don't want you to be shipping stuff out of your home. They prefer for you to have a physical store location, just like a retail store or anything like that, maybe a place in the mall. So what I've been doing is really just trying to do some more research and see how I can kind of maneuver that. I know sometimes if you spend some more money with them, they might be a little more lenient, but at the end of the day, I just think a lot of these brands, they prefer not to have their items being sold on third-party sites like Amazon and eBay, mainly just so that they can kind of keep their brand name strong. But at the end of the day, I know there's a ton of other resellers that's doing big business, buying a lot of wholesale orders from these brands, and they don't necessarily have brick and mortar locations. So at the end of the day, I know where there's a will, there's a way, and there's definitely ways around it. So I might eventually have to invest in a warehouse later down down the road. But for right now, I'm just trying to stick to some of the brands that are more lenient, more willing to do business with retailers that sell stuff online on websites like Amazon, eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, stuff like that. Right now, there's a ton of liquidators and, you know, wholesalers that very aware of Amazon and eBay, and they know the landscape in terms of retail is changing. People aren't necessarily going to malls, people aren't necessarily going to physical locations. So I know a lot of these wholesalers are going to start changing their views in terms of working with third-party retailers. So I'm just going to play my part, do as much research as possible, and as usual, I'll keep you guys in the loop along the way. So far, like I said, I haven't really come across any really good deals, so I didn't even purchase a wholesale pallet yet, but I've been doing a ton of research over the past couple of weeks, and by no means is this going to be an easy feat that I'm going to be trying to accomplish here, because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it and everybody would be buying pallets left and right. Alright y'all, that's all I got for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you guys got any helpful hints and tips for me, definitely drop a comment or just shoot me an email over at DapperAdvisor@gmail.com and we could chop it up there, because I'm definitely just trying to take this business to another level. And of course, I don't know everything, but I just want to share this journey along the way with you guys, just so that a few years from now, or even a few months from now, I can look back at some of these older videos, just jump into the comment section and just see where I was at during this time. So like I said, shoot me an email, drop a comment, we could all continue the conversation there. And if you guys are interested in a live show later on today, make sure you guys tune in at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
For the winner, cause you felt like you was losing, only for the winner. Move just to keep from cooling, like only for the winner, only for the winner, only for the winner. Boy, my heart is cold, and I'm too cool to sweat it. I should've never offered it. I'm tight and now I'm off this shit. You should wanna be a real one. Earn the bases hard, I still want.